Hi there, my name is Charity Barton, and welcome to Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. I'm principal at Davis Elementary, and I have brought some friends along with me from Davis Elementary that I would like for you all to meet and to hear from today. So first, to my right, you want to say your name?
My name is Kyler Barton.
And what grade you're in?
I am in second grade.
Okay.
And my name is Lorelei Barton, and I am in third grade.
And I'm Skip Pittman. I'm the elementary counselor.
Now, if our names sounded familiar, there's a reason. These two are my daughters, and so when I got the principal position this year, I wanted them to come be with Mama all day, and we have truly enjoyed the Davis community, and we're here today to talk to you about our focus. What is Davis doing? And so there's two things that we're looking at. We're looking at academic press and a caring culture, and we're going to talk about academic press first. It's very important. The school business is all about academics, and so how are we supporting our students academically? And one of the things I want you to know is that all of our teachers are on committees, and those committees look at things like English and math, and we focus on how can we best support our students in those areas. So last night was really cool, and I think you all got to be there, so we'll talk to you in just a second about it. But last night, we had a first-time event. Our English teacher said, we want to have a rap night. And when you think of rap, what do you first think of, girls?
Singing.
Singing, music, rap music. Well, it's supposed to be kind of catchy and cool like that. But rap means what, Lorelei?
RAP stands for Reading and Parents.
Reading and Parents. And so we wanted our parents to come into the building and learn all about what we do in our reading classes so that they can help their student at home. So Lorelei brought one of our passports, and our theme was to look at reading as a journey. And so Lorelei, can you tell us about what we did in our different groups?
So there were different groups with different teachers in different rooms, and inside this little passport, it tells you where to go.
That's right. And so each teacher had their ideas for what they wanted to talk about. So we had things like the main idea and theme and things like the signpost. So we talked all about those pieces. And Lorelei and Kyler went with their dad to see Miss Morrow, our third grade teacher. And what did she talk to parents and students about, Lorelei?
Well, the book that she did was Enemy Pie, which is one of my favorite books. And they talked about the theme in it, which is the author's message. And it was one of my favorites. It had pies that she gave out. It was really cool.
So she made a little play on words. The book was Enemy Pie, and everybody got to eat some pie when you left. Everybody loves food, so that works out pretty well, doesn't it?
Really well.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so one of the other pieces we looked at was digital media, and Miss Wilburn, our media specialist, she's awesome, and she talked about digital resources. So if you'd like to know more about how you can access books from home, if you don't have the hard copy there with you, we have plenty of resources where we can tell you how to go online to read books with your student, okay? So we also gave away free books.
Yes.
At the end of the night, we had books all laid out in the hallway, and every kid that came got to go read through and look at the pile. And I know it says don't judge a book by its cover, but they kind of had to do that.
They were really good, though.
They were really cool, though, weren't they?
Yes.
So the kids were super excited to take home some free books last night as well. So, Kyler, can you tell me something that you liked? Because we heard from Miss Wilkins, and she's your second grade teacher. What did she talk to us about?
She talked about to us the first people on Georgia.
Yeah, the first people to Georgia. And so she taught us how to read with our student and then ask them questions about the main idea and then supporting details. And so Kyler just told you the main idea. It was about Native Americans in Georgia, the first people here. And I thought it was super cool. Did you get to read to your mom?
Yes, and it was pretty fun, too.
It was pretty fun. It was really cool to see all the parents reading and talking with their student and practicing their reading skills.
And there was this little head that we did at the first part of the year. It said who, what, where, and why, and when and how words.
Awesome. So the students have learned that they can use their fingers to ask those the questions to get details. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we got some copies of some stuff there. So then whatever book you read, what you can do is we would read whatever book you want, and then you would ask questions and write them down inside the little hand.
There you go. And so we just tried to find ways to talk and connect our parents to reading, because that is a big focus for us at Davis, is we want every student reading on grade level by the time they leave us. So anybody who has needed some time for intervention, we now have the Sunday system. Dr. Harris implemented that this year, and so we have an interventionist, Miss Paige Kimball. Y'all know Miss Kimball, right? She's a lot of fun.
She's crazy too.
She's crazy too. The kids love her. And so she meets with small groups and no more than 5 kids at a time, and she works on their reading skills. So we're super excited about that, because reading is such an important part of the rest of their lives. So we want to make sure that everybody is on grade level where they're reading. And we also have iReady. You guys do iReady, and it focuses on reading.
And
there's math too. And it does have math too.
And there's questions for reading, and there is questions for math too.
That's right.
And every time it's kind of hard for me to pass some lessons and get to the next level. I got 5. You have to get it's kind of like you have to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20.
So as you complete the levels, it gets more and more difficult, and so it keeps our kids growing, and that's what we want.
Yes.
So we have a wall of fame right now, if you come through Davis, of our highest growth so far for each grade level. Those kids are there. Do we have some pictures from Rap Night? Because we had a lot of family members come out. It was a lot of fun. Oh, yes, there we go. Little Carter and Leah. There's Andrew and his little brother. And here is Miss Wilkins teaching our small group about main idea and supporting details. So cool. We'll hope to do another Rap Night, and we're going to look forward to a math night in the spring. All right, we will be back on reading, writing, and arithmetic after this break.
Enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime, or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of 2-Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets, and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas, just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College.
When you need a licensed plumber, call Stacy Ledwell and the staff at Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Mr. Rooter provides your home or business with advanced solutions using high-tech equipment. Our commitment to customer satisfaction shines through in our personalized service. When you schedule an appointment, our professionals will dedicate time to explain the work that has to be done. Our staff will give you upfront pricing, so you'll know exactly what's involved before any work begins. We even pump septic tanks and do new construction on houses. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured, Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Call Stacy Ledwell today to set up an appointment at 256-574-4710.
Rise with the sun. Head to Mountain View Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Greet the team. Check out the lineup. Spot your vehicle. Get huge savings on that vehicle. Yep, that's the one. Like the 2019 Ram 1500 for just $319 a month with 0 due at signing. Or $8,800 off on the 2019 Jeep Cherokee. All at the #1 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer in the Tennessee Valley. Tell everyone to shop Mountain View Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. #1 for a reason.
The Moore family name has built a legacy of trust, compassion, and peace of mind by standing with families during time of loss. Now in our 70th year, the Moore family commitment grows even stronger, from affordable traditional services to cremation. Our experienced staff stands ready to follow through on you and your family's wishes. Since 1945, the Moore family of funeral homes, North Sand Mountain and Trenton, always dedicated to those we serve.
Hi there, and welcome back to Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. I'm Charity Barton, and we are going to continue our conversation about what's going on at Davis Elementary School. We are going to talk more about our caring culture. And I had to get to know everybody this year, and so one of the things we did is I asked for each teacher to come in, and each staff member, cafeteria lady, custodians, and I wanted to interview each of them to get to know them better. And Mr. Skip, I want to tell you, every time I talk to them and I ask the question, what does Davis do well? Every single person in the building said, we care about our kids. We love every kid in the building.
Very true.
So caring culture, we've got it going on. And it's one of the neatest places I've ever been because
Absolutely.
You have fifth grade teachers who know preschoolers' names. We're small, and so we get to know each other very well. And Mr. Skip has just fit right into our Davis community. He came in with me this year, and he is our new guidance counselor.
I am. I've been a counselor for a lot of years, and I have absolutely fallen in love with Davis. And something they have is character education, and I fell in love with it. The first thing we do is we ask, help me Lorelei, students to take a character pledge. And the character pledge asks them to be honest, to be moral, to tell the truth, to follow the rules, to set good examples for other people. And it is so comprehensive and so good. Our superintendent, Dr. Jan Harris, she even come up and signed one of the character pledges in the room. And I did too, because I told the kids, all the teachers there are this way, said, we're not going to ask you to do something like this that we're not willing to do. Mm-hmm. That's part of our culture.
Absolutely. We have to be their role models. So what we do daily, they watch us, they see, and we want them to imitate good character. And the character education plan specifically came from Dr. Harris's book. She wrote a book, and so each of those words come from that. And this week it was grooming, Kyler. And what does grooming mean? Why would we look at character and grooming?
Grooming is like brushing your teeth and brushing your hair, having the appropriate clothes to go at school with.
And it's important that we have good grooming because we have to speak to other people, right? And so it talks a lot about our character.
Yes, and some people might think by grooming, there's two different kinds of grooming. It's like a grooming where you're grooming like dogs and cats.
Yes, we've heard that word before. We take our dogs to get them groomed. That means they get their hair cut and they get brushed and cleaned up. Yes. And so that's the same for us. We have to be well groomed. It's a good sign of character, isn't it? Well, Mr. Skip teaches weekly lessons on those. And this week was kind of unique. What did you look at this week?
It is very unique. We set, hold this up. This is our character, don't hide that pretty face. It's our character chart, and we followed the character trait of the week. However, we set all these aside for one special reason. Next week is devoted to bus safety. And we trust our students to the bus drivers, trust them to get them to school safely and home safely. And they are so good at what they do. So, we're spending a week devoting our time to making posters and thank you notes to this wonderful group of people.
Absolutely. And through looking at, it's a national week for school buses, and so looking through that information, Mr. Skip, I found out that the school bus is the safest mode of transportation for our students.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much to our bus drivers. I know it's a difficult job. You got to keep your mind on the road, and you also got to look out for the kids behind you, and we appreciate you so much. And I appreciate you, Mr. Skip, giving us a time, the students to make that and to celebrate our bus drivers.
It is time well spent.
Yes. Another part of looking at character is that Davis has teachers who recommend character award winners.
Yes.
And we have one with us. Kyler won a character award already this year. And what was it for, Kyler?
Self-control. You want to raise your head and wait patiently and write and do what you're supposed to do, what the teachers tell you to do, and concentrate. What Miss Wilkins taught us to do is whoever's reading or talking, watch them and listen. Do not talk at all, or else they don't want to treat you that way.
That's right. And you know what? You know what I've always thought of too, Kyler, is that sometimes when we hear the word listening, we think only our ears, but we also have to listen with our eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's really important. That's good that Miss Wilkins has taught you about that. I think we have some pictures. At Davis, we always put up pictures of our students with good character because they're role models for their peers. So here's just a portion of those. There's our students, Lacey Grace Lancaster and Luke Helton. They did faithfulness, and there's Kyler, and she was self-control. That's Jasper Parmwither. And then we also have Huck McBriar and Micah Adams, and they were for punctuality, being on time. So down our main hallway, we want to recognize those students, and we put them out for everybody to see. So we're very proud of you guys. Thank you so much. And parents, anytime you want to have a little keepsake, those character award winners are put in the local newspaper. So make sure you pick one of those up on Wednesday. Davis is doing a lot of really cool stuff.
Yes, we are.
We always have pictures and students in that newspaper. I know like Coach Bradford has her Roadrunners Club, and I saw their pictures in there. They get new tennis shoes.
Yes, and there's one that I just learned today.
What's that?
It's this little book, and the cafeteria ladies read it to us today, and there's a club with it.
Oh,
it's a
two bike club?
Like 2 bike club, and if you don't like something, all you have to do is just take 2 little bites, and then you'll be in the club.
Oh. And so that encourages the kids to try new things when it comes to food. And Mr. Skip and I, right before we got here, speaking of the cafeteria, Kyler, right before we came, we were celebrity chefs in our cafeteria. And watching the kids' expression, Mr. Skip, they really loved us in our aprons and our hats. And what did some of the kids tell you about being a chef?
Oh, well, they'd say, "You're a chef?" I said, "I am. You're really good at that." I am.
That's right. Some people question me like I've never cooked before, and I told them I have daughters I cook for all the time, so I am a chef, right?
She's a very good chef.
Oh, thank you.
And our daddy, too.
Oh, and Daddy.
He always makes, meat kind of stuff and stuff like that.
He's our
and
meat
then
man.
she's just doing everything else.
That's right. Well, we also recognize our students through SOAR. Our PBIS team looks at positive behavior interventions and supports. And so that means how do we keep our kids encouraged when we see positive behavior in order for other kids to start mimicking that? So we give out what we call SOAR cards, okay? And those students get a sticker. And we have a matrix to tell you all about what we look for in our students. We have SOAR. Lorelai, you want to tell us what SOAR stands for?
SOAR stands for safe, accountable, respectful,
and organized.
That's right.
Very good. And every morning on the morning announcements, we talk about that. And SOAR, that's something we can do in the hallway, in the cafeteria.
Anywhere you're at, basically.
Anywhere you're at. Recess, the bathroom even, right? And on the bus and at dismissal.
Classrooms.
And the cool thing about SOAR, you can even do it at home.
Absolutely. It goes right along with our character, doesn't it, Mr. Skip? So our teachers and staff members are always looking for our students who are soaring. And we give them a sticker, and we call them out on the morning announcements and tell everybody what they're doing and what they're doing well. And then at the end of the 9 weeks, we have a special treat for those students who've been recognized in those 9 weeks. And Lorelai gets to go tomorrow. Lorelai, you want to tell us what everybody who's received a SOAR card gets to do tomorrow?
So tomorrow, everyone who has earned a SOAR card gets to go on a field trip to Cloudland Canyon.
That's right. And what do we do
Fun.
at Cloudland Canyon?
You hike.
That's right. We love to hike at Cloudland Canyon. It's beautiful there, isn't it? So tomorrow we look forward to doing that with our students who have soared in the past 9 weeks, and we will continue to look at that in the next 9 weeks. So we will be right back on reading, writing, and arithmetic, and we'll talk more about upcoming events at Davis.
Country cooking with family recipes. That's what you'll get at Howard's Restaurant, offering a full menu for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Plus, an all-you-can-eat lunch and dinner buffet. They make all their homemade bread and pizza dough and sauce. Come by Howard's Restaurant for special buffets. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Howard's Restaurant in Ider, located in the Old Cabbage Bowl Restaurant. Catering is available. Call today, 256-657-4191. Landers McLarty Ford of Fort Payne is your destination for quality automobile service. Landers McLarty is second to none when it comes to service on your vehicle. You can drop by and see us on Glen Boulevard Southwest in Fort Payne. Call our service department at 256-845-1101 or schedule an appointment online at LandersMcLartyFordFortPayne.com. So whether you drive a Ford or any other make of car, SUV, or truck, see our ASE certified and Ford factory trained technicians today at Landers McLarty Ford in Fort Payne.
The big jet fly.
I need somebody get back. Honk a cat. Where you talking about the time I go? 5, 4, 6, 2, 4. Rolling on the river. The big jet fly shoots a gas, gas, gas. Till I reach my highest ground. The big jet fly. WFI.
Have lunch or dinner at Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried chicken finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. Guthrie's can help you plan your family's meals or get-togethers with bucket specials every Tuesday, those delicious wings on Wednesday, and platters every day of the week. Plus, get sweet tea by the gallon. Remember, Guthrie's has a party room for small gatherings, too. Guthrie's, Highway 136 West in Trenton, home of those golden fried chicken fingers and the best chicken finger sauce in the world.
Guthrie's, not fast food, good food fast.
Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net.
Hello, and welcome back to Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. My name is Charity Barton, and I'm principal at Davis, and we've been talking about Davis Elementary and what we have going on. We talked about how we are looking at our academics and making sure that they're rigorous and that kids are growing in reading and math. And then we talked some about character, and Kyler reminded me that we didn't quite get finished with everything we got going on with character at Davis.
Yes.
So one of those things is our PTO sponsors, what we call the Be Good Cafe. And Kyler's going to tell us a little bit about what Be Good is.
So, Be Good is where you get to bring someone from your family or someone else, but you get ice cream there. You get to pick out all your toppings to put on your ice cream. Could be you might have to go through the line from the cafeteria first to get all of your stuff and then go there. Or sometimes if you bring a lunchbox, what you would do is just bring your lunchbox, and if you don't have any drinks, just go back to the cafeteria.
That's right. And did you get a certificate when you went to Be Good?
Yes, this is a
Certificate.
certificate.
There you go.
And
a little keepsake you could take home to your family. It says it's great behavior.
yes, and Lorelai over here has one, and I have two.
Mm-hmm.
And she forgot something about Be Good.
What's that?
You also get to draw on the windows with markers.
That's right. The kids love that piece. So we have a lot of glass windows through there, and the kids can take expo markers and draw pictures with their families, and that's pretty cool. We've really enjoyed that
Yes.
Our students remember that. I run into people all the time that talk about being a part of Be Good Cafe, so that's really neat. We're going to talk a little bit more about what's coming up at Davis. And tomorrow, all of our schools will be participating in the Great Shakeout. Yes. And I looked up more information on it, Mr. Skip. It's actually worldwide. It is an international day.
Worldwide.
For earthquakes and to have an awareness. And the American Red Cross made a visit to Davis this morning. And in preparation for tomorrow and to talk in general about how to be prepared for emergencies. And Lorelai, you're in the 3rd grade, so you got to meet with them. What all did they have for you today?
They had super cool things. They had a pillowcase that you could draw on, and you could put some stuff, and then they also gave you a little book that had some things like if there was a fire escape plan, and had a bunch of cool things in it.
So the idea was that pillowcase would hold things that you would need if there was an emergency.
It even had a list in the book so you could know.
Yes, and so they encouraged the students to go through that book and make a fire escape plan so that if there was an emergency in the future, you would be prepared. You've talked to your kids about it. So that was very neat. So if you have a 3rd grader at Davis, I believe they also went to Dade Elementary this morning and got to see 3rd graders there too. So if you have a 3rd grader in Dade County, they're probably going to come home with a big pillowcase that they got to draw on. Yes. Right? They got to use some markers and decorate it. And then they also got a book. And so sit down and go through that book with them about what will we do. Like they talked about a meeting place, and that's something I hadn't thought of. You know, do we have a meeting place if the house caught on fire? Where would we all go and see each other to make sure everybody was okay?
And they talked about, like, if there was an earthquake, what you would do. You would take cover under a table or something super hard that couldn't really fall over.
That's right, and it would protect your head. And so our students really had a lot of questions, and they were very thoughtful about those. And then we talked about that because tomorrow is 10/17, and at 10:17 a.m., Mr. Engel, our safety director for Dade County Schools, is going to come over the radio with Mr. Mayor Alex Case, an EMA director, and talk about starting that drill and what we need to do and the procedures. And so your students will be involved in that tomorrow, and we will practice it like I was saying. It's international.
Absolutely.
And the Southeast has registered to do that as well. So we will do the shakeout tomorrow. Also, we'll have a school council meeting tomorrow. And so we will talk about what's going on at school and what we have upcoming. And that's where parents and teachers and community members come together and discuss what Davis is doing and give input. So I always look forward to those days where we get to have discussions around what we're doing and how we can make our community better. Our PTO is fantastic.
Oh,
have you guys
they
noticed
are
that?
wonderful.
They make great pickle pops.
And they make great pickle pops. This Friday is our PTO snack sale, and so pickle pops will happen on Friday. But those ladies work so hard, and one of the cool things they're doing this year, everybody knows about their father-daughter dance. They've been doing that for a couple of years. It's a very big deal in Dade County. Well, this year they've added something new. They're going to do a mother-daughter slumber party.
Which is happening next Tuesday.
That's right, it is. It's next Tuesday.
Yay.
And just in case for the earthquake, if there's like fire or something gets off fire, we learned this from the fire drill, you tuck and roll. So what you do is you tuck, and then you drop yourself down on the floor and start rolling.
That's right.
Because all the oxygen that's not good is up, and then all the oxygen that you need is on the floors.
That's right. So if you catch on fire, you stop, drop, and roll, and you get to the ground.
Yes.
All right. At that mother-daughter slumber party, it's $5, and you can bring extra money for refreshments. But we're gonna do hair, we're gonna do nails, we're gonna sing karaoke. It's gonna be awesome. We also have our annual Title I meeting next week on Thursday. Our 2nd and 3rd graders will perform after that. All that starts at 6, so if you can be there, that'll be great. And the Fall Festival. And I think we're finally going to have fall weather for the Fall Festival. And it's going to be November 9th, that's Saturday, 12 to 3. And Mr. Skip is jumping right in. What are you going to be doing there, Mr. Skip?
I am going to be sitting at the dunk tank.
That's right.
So come take a chance to dunk Mr. Skip.
That's right.
No.
So we have a lot of amazing things going on at Davis, and we're loving it out there. We're enjoying our students every single day, and we're trying to press them academically and care about them and take care of them each day. So thank you so much for letting us talk to you about what's going on at Davis Elementary.